Hi friends and welcome to my channel. I am Jeanette Andromeda and this is episode 2 of my ARTPRIZE vlog series. If you missed the first one, it's in the cards up above and it is all about my grandparents, so it's super emotional. But that's okay. This is awkward. Why am I so awkward in voiceovers? Good lord. This particular vlog is all about opening day of ARTPRIZE. This is where Alexander and I explore the city of Grand Rapids and just experience what ARTPRIZE is for the first time ever. If you've never heard of ARTPRIZE, it is this giant citywide event that takes over all of Grand Rapids, Michigan. And there's art installed everywhere. Coffee shops, street corners, the convention centers, actual museums. It's all for this one giant exhibition of art and contest. And in this particular vlog, I actually had the luck to not only see a couple of the winning installations, but talk to one of the prize-winning artists. So we're going to explore, see some art, and interview some artists. And if you're curious about the artwork you're seeing being made right now, it's literally just something I made inspired by the art we saw during this first day of ARTPRIZE. All right, let's do this. Hello friends, we have made it to the ARTPRIZE Clubhouse and we got our fancy media badges. Alex, excited? I'm super excited, I feel so legit. Hey, do you want to sit on it too? Ready? That's what it feels like. I just wanted to share like a little peek behind the scenes, which is where all the artists and media get to grab some coffee inside the clubhouse. I just wanted to share that before we continued. This is the clubhouse. Hey, Sal. Hi, guys. Hi. So this is where everyone gets to hang out.
I designed it for like where children can be involved.
So you
And
it's a
it's a
tactile
safe
thing.
place. It's a safe place from people that road rage you, people that hate you, angry people, mean people. This is the escape for a short moment in time. And that's why I call it a quiet place in time. Because you get away from the horrible, horrific world, the reality of the real world. And the children like to come and make designs with the sequins.
Aww.
So it's an exhibit where you can touch it. You can become one with the art piece. And then secondly, the second thing you can do with this is one, you become one with the art piece. And then I always joke with the children that when you make your little drawings on these double-sided sequins, your art's probably better than mine. So that's what I tell them. Reminding us all to let our freak flags fly.
Oh my god, that's too much fun. I like this one. It's awesome. So these are 108 death masks, right?
Yes.
So can you explain your process with creating these? How does this get made?
So I'm a really process-driven artist in all of the ways, and so they all begin with really the process of the prayer and intention. Each mask was a way for me to try and honor an ancestor story that I had never heard. I began this work actually studying deeply into my own genealogy and my history, following, through all the methods that I could, Ancestry.com and, whatever I could find, to try and find my history. And I was able to trace back to one woman in a plantation in North Carolina in 1854. But her name was Dinah, which I realized soon after I found her that they just pretty much named almost all of the black women Dinah. And all of them, in that time it was just like a name you would give a dog or something. The names didn't really matter. So it became impossible to trace my family from that point forward, or backward. And so I had this feeling of this loss of story, this loss of history that was profound in my body. And so this was my first attempt at honoring all of the stories that were lost, all of the faces that I never saw, all of the names that I never knew. And as it went, it became also an understanding of the loss of histories and stories that are happening for so many people and continue to happen. And so this line extended in my mind forward and backwards in all directions. And so the idea of making, in a way, a counter prayer to that endlessness by creating an endlessness in this installation of 108 masks was the beginning, right?
That's incredible.
So it began, and so I've made each one individually, all out of New Mexico clay, which is where I live. I've been there almost 20 years. And then I would take that clay and make a flat, plain surface, right? This sort of tabula rasa of history, and then begin by taking fabrics or whips or branches, or take heat and crack it to create story and history and time and this experience of story. Part of my work was also researching in the nights. So in the nights I would study deeply African American history, American history, go as far as I could into all of the most deep critical thinkers that I could, as well as studying verbatim, first-hand stories from Library of Congress and the archives.
Amazing.
So every night I'd fill my mind, I'd go to sleep and let it digest, and then I'd wake up in the morning, come into my studio, one little seat, and do this process. I made a form of my own skull out of just this plastic, to get the shape but no features. And I would drape the wet clay, into or on top of the form, so that it would harden enough to carve. And when it was hard, then I'd use surgical tools and carve and sculpt each face and let the stories emerge through the day. By the end of the day, this is what would happen.
It's a new person.
It was a person.
Yeah.
And a whole world I had no idea about.
Yeah.
So I could look at it.
It's really incredible because each one really does feel like a different human being, but because you used your own skull as the base, it's your own people. Like, it's your family here.
It's my family.
Because it is something that connects throughout every generation. We are everything that was before us.
Exactly.
So beautiful.
Exactly.
I cry. Like, this is so powerful. Thank you. Thank you. I just need a hug. Oh, it's okay. feel fancy. Also, like I shouldn't be in here. I promise they let me in here on purpose. At least this year. No, really, it's gorgeous in here. I don't know what this is, the Fine Arts Building, and it's just beautiful. Grand Rapids, man. A+ Gold Star. Would recommend. Let's go get some food. Oh my god, food.
Thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like this video and all the random things that I create here on the internet, consider supporting me on Patreon. Right now, for $1 a month, I will be doing a live stream for patrons specifically, and then there are other rewards that I'm currently building, so if you want to be part of my beta group, you can tell me what you want. So the link for that is in the description below, and I will see you guys next week. Bye!